Okay. Episode 3, take 2.
We can do this.
Yeah, no one can see
We can
it.
make faces.
I kind of like this, actually.
I do, but I also I like chatting with people. Like we've actually got people who they've turned up at both of them. You know? But, like Megals and Jess, and Winsher, they're so lovely. I do like actually talking to them because I know that they enjoy it.
But the thing is, like, I just saw like they retweeted. And,
I know Ruby had it.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happens. Accidents happen. We should have checked prior, but it's absolutely okay. We've always had a mic problem.
How could we have checked prior though? Like
just recorded it.
Yeah,
Just recorded it.
Yeah, we should have done that.
It's okay. It's okay. We can deal with this, and it's fine.
Yeah.
We can just record. We're still making content, and that's important.
Yeah, because we still wanted to put something out there, even if it is going to be pre-recorded
even
and everything.
Even if you can't see our faces.
Sorry. What was I saying? I forget what we were talking about. I suppose we should start from the beginning because this is like this is a new episode. So we were saying in the live thing that Wren's been doing really well with her art.
Yeah.
And she's really you've really enjoyed this past week doing your work because what have you got?
I've just got some really interesting commissions.
Yeah.
I got Witcher commissions, so I get to do I don't even know how to say his name. It's Geralt, isn't it?
Geralt, yeah.
Geralt, yeah. I really like Geralt. He's really cute. And he looks even cuter as Chibi. And I've had a new commission for Pokemon Charmander. Like the little orange dragon. He's really cute, and I'm doing bits badges, but they're commissioning it as emo, so that's really cool. He's holding the different Twitch cheer badges.
Cool.
I really like Pokemon.
Oh, nice. Well, I can actually take my glasses off because I don't have to look at a screen or anything.
Yes.
Well, that's all right. And I was saying how I've seen your art just grow since you started this whole your gig.
We love it. We love a growing queen.
Yeah, that's good. You are a queen.
Your week's been a bit rougher than mine.
I wouldn't say it's been rough. It's just been a very it's just been a shock, really. And just getting back into work after a holiday is always hard anyways. It's always I'm not used to being at work for fucking 8 hours a day and having to think about things and shit. It's just not something that I've been doing for the past 6-7 weeks, is it? So just getting back into the routine and having to actually get up at 6:30 in the morning. And I do have to say though, the drive that I now have to do to get to work and have to do to come back from home, I quite enjoy it.
How come?
Because it just gives me that time to set myself up in the morning. It gives me that time to just 20-25 minutes, half an hour of just yep, I'm going to work, just prepare myself mentally. And then the half an hour of I have to come back home, it just gives me that time to separate whatever I'm feeling at work so that I don't have to bring it home. Because obviously I speak to you about shit that's going on at work anyways, but it's just because I remember last year it was just drive to work a minute. I'm still kind of I'm still in the home mood. I get to work and I'm still kind of I don't know if I'm home, I don't know if I'm at work. And it was the same when I was coming back from work. It was I don't know if I'm at work, I don't know if I'm at home, I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but yeah, it just gives you that time to separate things. That I get home and it's yep, I'm home now. I don't, I've thought about things that's happened at work over the last 20 minutes and whatever. It's done. I'm now at home. So that's I do like that. I do appreciate it. So that's pretty good.
Cool.
Sleepy girl.
I am sleepy.
Very sleepy girl.
I'm always sleepy.
We did go to bed late last night, so.
Did we?
Yeah, but like I
can't even remember what we did. Oh, I was on WoW.
Yeah, you played WoW for the first time in months.
Yeah, that was fun. I actually enjoyed it.
And you said to me this morning that you
dreamt
about playing WoW.
I actually dreamt about playing WoW. I must have enjoyed it yesterday. Must have. It was fun. It was actually quite fun. I look forward to getting into it a bit more and collecting more shit and. Did I say something?
No, it you can add a flag to sort of segment your thing. So
I have no idea how this works. Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I like WoW. I got to make a pretty elf, and she looks like Amelia from ReZero because she's got purple eyes and white hair. She's so pretty. She looks epic at the moment as well because like she's a rogue. So, like, the gear I'm getting, like, she looks proper badass. Like, she's got, like, it's all, like, black clothing. She's got, like, hair.
So, tell them what race you started, like, what,
I started with a blood elf.
Yeah.
That is a blood elf. She's like I said, she's really pale. She's got beautiful lilac eyes. She's got white hair, long white hair. She looks fucking badass. She's really cute. She's really cool as well. Her moves are really fun. I like the rogue because you get to go invisible, and like when I play games usually I like to do like close combat. With Anthem I really liked Interceptor, and Interceptor was all about like getting up in your enemy's face and like battering them rather than like relying on other things. And rogue's a bit like that, like close combat.
That's pretty much.
So I'm actually really enjoying it. It's complicated, like the amount of different like spells and like abilities and stuff that you have to keep an eye out on the screen. It's a very busy game. Like it's very like you have to like if you're not used to it, you have to concentrate a lot on what's going on. And I kind of like it. It had me engaged. It certainly had me engaged yesterday. Like I was playing it. I got up to level 10 because I haven't brought the game yet. I think I probably will. Not gonna lie, I think I might. I think I could get into it. I think it'd be a lot more fun with friends.
This is the thing about WoW, like, there's so many different elements to it that you can choose to do. Like, if you want to do what you've been doing, like, since last night, just go off on your own and quest and learn and see things and do things. That's an entire game on its own. Yeah. Like, you can do that.
I need to do that at the moment.
Well, if you're learning, that's but, like, even, like, for me, I know a lot about it. But the past, like, since I started playing last week, after going back to it after a year, like, I've just been doing shit on my own. Like, I've been questing on my own. Like, yeah, I go into dungeons and things, like, every now and then again, but 80% of the time, I've just been doing what you were doing. So even though, like, we're at different levels, we still do the same thing.
I'd like to play with friends. I've never got to play with friends.
So that's the thing. That's one aspect of the game, and then there's another aspect where you can play with your friends, and that's like it's like an entire game on its own where you can like do dungeons with your friends, or just even questing, like what you were doing last night. You just quest with.
That sounds so fun.
You just go and do the same things together.
It's like a D&D but in a game.
Basically, yeah. I mean, WoW is based on D&D.
I can see.
Yeah, it's very much based on.
I was going to say, funnily enough, the D&D character that I stuck with, I'm not a big player of D&D, but I do actually have a character sheet for it. I think she's an elf. I don't know if she might be a blood elf, but she's rogue. She's in my D&D character. She's rogue, and she's also got silver hair and purple eyes.
Even the spells, like some of the spells that you have in World of Warcraft, they are literally the same. Like they got the same name. They do the exact same thing from like spells in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, so. I'm interested in it. I like that element. I like the whole like getting into like. I like being like. What's the word? It's nice to indulge in like a character and just not focus on anything to do in real life. Just play a different character. I guess it's like role playing in a sense.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of like it. I like role playing. I think it can be quite fun. Or something. I mean the game.
Nutty. There used to be role-playing servers.
That's why I like D&D.
There used to be role-playing servers in World of Warcraft.
Oh, I know. When I was like 13, I went on World of Warcraft on the free trial, and oh my gosh, I got lost in
They take it. I don't know what happened to them. They're not there anymore.
Oh,
they don't have them anymore because I don't think they're as popular. But people who used to go in there were so serious. They took it like you need to roleplay. Like, I'm just here to fucking get gear and shit. I'm not.
So, Mum played World of Warcraft ages ago.
You told me that.
And she ended up like walking off into like this like level 50 area when she was only like really low level, and some dude came up to her and was like, "Thy maiden shall not trespass on these lands without blah blah." Like, he was just talking like proper roleplay, and fucking Mum was like, "K, thanks, lol." Kiss. And he like kept bollocking her for speaking weird.
How dare you?
Because she was like, "Thank you," with just like a U. Lol.
Wow.
It's so funny. And he was like, "Can you speak properly?" And she was like, "What?" It was so funny.
They used to take it very seriously.
That's a shame that there isn't a community of it anymore, to be fair. I wouldn't mind getting into roleplay. I want to get into D&D. I genuinely want to find a D&D
We've been trying to play
really
Dungeons and Dragons.
I know
for
a couple of
so
people who actually have groups. I'm trying to see if I can like wiggle my way into one, but I want to be with people I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward just being like, "Hey, you don't know me, but I'm gonna like come and jump in a D&D group with you."
Yeah, it's tough.
I know a couple of people who do it, and like I'm not gonna say names, but like I am part of a community that are thinking of making a D&D group.
Okay.
With like my favorite community ever. You know which one I'm on about, with like the good peeps.
Yeah.
They're thinking. I've definitely spoken to the owner of the server about it, and they're I don't know if it's going to be official, but they're thinking about it. They play it. I know a couple of people who play it. Skydart plays it. She really likes it. It seems like something that would be fun.
We can even look like on Meetup, the app. I'm sure there's something. Yeah. We can both go together.
Yeah, because it's fun. It's just really stupid and funny, and like, especially when like I like doing the story element, but it's just like it's kind of like the freedom of like predicting your own story. Yeah. You follow a storyline to a degree, but you can add your own stuff in, and I really like that. Yeah. It's really cool. It's very fun. It's nice for... No, Siri, I didn't ask you to speak. Where are you? Stop it. It's the for someone like me who has a pretty creative mind, like I like to, I enjoy art. Mm-hmm. I enjoy reading. I enjoy fantasy and stuff like that. It's a real good outlet for just ideas. Mm. Plus, I really want to do like D&D commissions. Oh, that'd be so cool. Have you seen the people who do the art? Like, wow, the art style. I would never be able to do that, but my god, it looks so good.
Well, if you're getting back into but if you're properly getting into World of Warcraft, you get to experience a lot of it. The art style they've picked for this expansion is fucking incredible.
It's really pretty.
I don't mean the place. I don't mean the game itself. I mean like the cinematics. It's like they've stepped away from the cartoony thing.
Yeah, I've seen them. And they've
gone into like a more comic sort of. They've always done cinematics fucking amazing.
Yeah, I know they're good with
any like expansions they've done. Like some expansions have been fucking amazing. Some have been just meh, and some been really bad. But throughout all of it, and I've been able to experience this. Like they put out a cinematic, and doesn't matter if the expansion I feel is good or bad. It always like gets me to start playing because they do it so fucking well. They do their cinematics really well.
Good on them.
Yeah, they
definitely catch my eye. Whenever you've been watching, I've been like, "Oh, you watching like a film?"
It's
this
very
shit's good.
Yeah, it's very good, and they always try different things. They don't just stick to one thing. Like Battle of Azeroth was more cinematic, like in a film sort of way, like you were saying, and this one is more like comic sort of, just different
cartoony.
Not cartoony in a sense of like
comics quite cartoony.
No, but I mean like the art style isn't cartoon. Like it's I don't have the knowledge to explain it properly, but it's very like dark.
Yeah.
Because it's based in like Shadowlands, like the land of the dead. So it's very like dark. It's not animated, I guess. It's not so like it's so you remember like Battle of Azeroth, how it was all so cinematic, like the movements and everything was just so like it was like a film.
Yeah, it looked great.
It did. And this one is like not so animated. It's more like comic, where things are like picture by
still
picture.
Images.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's and it works. Like they've done it so well.
That's really cool that they explore different mediums. That's interesting.
They do it every single expansion.
That's cinematic in the Battle of whatever. I'm not a WoW player. Like I played it when I was like 13, and like I leveled up like loads of different characters to 20 because obviously I'm not gonna go up to my parents and be like, can I have WoW? Like I just had to like sneakily download it on the PC and play it. And to be honest, when I was younger, I was addicted to it. Like I enjoyed it a lot. Although I played it around the time of the Panda people when that got released.
Mist of Pandaria.
Yeah, that's when
that was a shit expansion.
I know, it's so shit. I didn't know. I started just before it because when I was coming off it, that's when that thing was dropping. It was just so shit. I was like, what the fuck is that? They look so stupid.
I wonder which one is it. That one came after Cataclysm. I think it did.
I don't know when that one came out. That must have been a while ago. I'm interested actually.
Look it up here.
I just remember that. I was like, they seriously adding panda people.
It was everyone in World of Warcraft was feeling the same. Okay, so no, I want it in order. So what we're doing, we're just looking up expansions for World of Warcraft and in order that they came out. So where is I don't know where to find. Oh, there we go. So, Burning Crusade came out in 2007.
2012? No way!
The Wrath of the Lich King is when I got hooked, so 2008. Cataclysm 2010. This is when I left, basically. Mists of Pandaria, yeah, that's
oh my gosh, what date in 2012? Bro, October.
It was announced in October.
No way.
I think they usually come out in November when they released on September 25th, 2012.
Oh my god, yeah. I was literally 13. Oh my god. I can't believe how long ago that was. I was back there. I ended up getting this character where you could get like a phoenix.
A phoenix?
Yeah, I had like a phoenix following me about. I had a pet phoenix.
As a pet phoenix? Oh yeah. How did you get a pet phoenix? That's like a higher level thing.
I got it like level 5.
You were a hunter.
Yeah.
You were a hunter. Okay. You're a blood elf hunter and you get a phoenix, as a pet. Yeah.
I was really happy with it. I was like, yes, I got a pet.
Fucking adorable.
I know. I love it. It was a really fun game. I actually got really addicted to it, and I uninstalled it for my own good because I was missing a lot of sleep just to play WoW. My little setup was adorable, so I used to sleep in like a really tiny bedroom, and I mean like.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's literally like
a cupboard.
if I was to explain it, it's like a walk-in cupboard basically. It's like a 2 by 2 meter by maybe 3 meter.
It's a really small.
It's very
room.
small, yeah.
But I loved it. Like I would happily have this room again. It was like my little den, and at the time I had a bunk bed, but the bottom bunk was removed, so it was like a space under my bed. So my bed was on top.
Yeah. If
I climbed down the ladder, I had a PC underneath my bed.
Oh, that's sick.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it was so cool. I had the PC set up because Mum and Dad let me have the old computer. It was like this chunky Dell fucking beast, like so thick. It was so big. But like, and this, the monitors that have like the huge backs on them, like one of them. Like it was an old PC. but it did the fucking job. Like, I played games on it, and this big PC setup. Only one monitor, because I wasn't introduced to the loveliness of dual monitors until last year. But I had that, and then I had like a little area with like a beanbag and loads of pillows just next to it, so like my little chill area and like a little bookcase. It was like a proper little den.
That's like every teenager's dream setup. Basically.
Oh, it's a proper den.
Your bed and the second thing and your basically whatever you're into, like underneath it, like games or whatever.
Yeah, it was really it's such a tiny room, but like I loved it. It was such a little den. Like we put like fairy lights on the bottom of the bed and like a little curtain. Like if I wanted to have like privacy, like, there was like a little curtain. It was so cute. I love that room so much.
Cute.
And yeah, that's where I used to play WoW. And because it was just like in the corner of the house, I could get away with when Mum and Dad went to sleep. I just like really quietly sneaked down the ladder, which was creaky as fuck. But I had a technique of getting down there very quietly, just switching on the PC, and it's like, oh no. Then,
very sneaky, girl.
And then Mum would wake me up in the morning and like say, like, you ready for school? And then I hear her getting up, and I have to like run up into my bed, lay in bed for a bit, and she's like, you getting up? I was like, yeah, I'm getting up.
Oh my god, you would have been a nightmare to deal with at school if you'd stayed up all night.
I was just sleepy.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
I wasn't too bad. I was literally just very sleepy.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
wasn't a bad kid in secondary school. I actually wasn't a bad kid. I was a pretty good kid. I got into a bit of trouble.
Did you?
Yeah, when the teachers were being dicks. My fucking teacher was hot. Like, my PE teachers were the worst. But yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's a thing for another episode, like horrible teachers. Me.
You're a lovely teacher. You're really good with your kids.
Let's do... I need to go to the toilet, actually, because I've been drinking water. So I'm just going to stop this. Or maybe I'll just add a flag here, and then I'll edit this bit out. I'll be back, okay?
Alright.
Okay, so what are your topics that you...
Sorry, I can't do silence.
What are the
when
topics?
someone tells me to go silent, I just laugh. The topics. Okay, so this is what we were supposed to do today on live. So I found, I don't even know what I typed in to find this, but I just wanted like some conversation starters about like weird stuff, because we like weird stuff. That's my kind of what the fuck. Like, I like lots of different what the fuck topics, but my favorite what the fuck are like really weird shit. Like, this literally, the title of this is just, if it wants to work, is Conversation Questions, Supernatural Ghosts, and Superstitions. So there's lots of different ones. And you can choose between ghosts, superstitions, psychics, fortune tellers, and knowing the future, the unexplained, ESP.
What's ESP?
It looks like something to do with, like, powers.
Okay.
That would be cool for an episode. UFOs, we love UFOs. Aliens, or just other questions, which just have a load of different
Let's
ones.
do superstition.
We'll do superstition for now, sure.
I was listening to something yesterday, people talking about things they believe in. Especially people like from... I mean, we have some superstitious beliefs in the West, like walking under a ladder, like you were saying, or like breaking a mirror, or a black cat. But like, just like, because I grew up in the Middle East, obviously, like for the first 17, 18 years of my life. There was some stuff that I was being reminded. Like, for example, they used to say, don't boast about your success. Like, because people's jealousy will like knock it down. Like, people will get jealous and like they'll put a curse on you. Like, not intentionally. Like, just say, for example, our neighbor like buys a new car or something, and I get jealous, right? My feeling of being jealous will put a curse on that person. So like their car will get stolen or something like that. So if hey,
I hope
no, neither do I. I'm not saying this is true. Obviously, like
I'm jealous of so many people.
Yeah, right.
I'm jealous of my friends for doing so well. Sometimes that'll be like me putting like really bad things on other people that I like.
Yeah, right.
Like it's not like a bad jealousy. It's like, man, like they're doing so well. It's just that's just normal.
It's but their belief is like, don't be so flashy because people will get jealous. And I suppose in a way it's like them just trying to teach you to be modest, but like very extreme. Like it's like, like if you, like we were saying about your art, like how you've grown so much. Like I want to boast about that. Like you've done so well. Like you deserve recognition for it. And if someone's jealous, like fucking go and be jealous. Like, go on. You want to learn and put in the time that you've put into your work. Other people can go and do that too. Like.
Yeah.
So that's like, to me, that's okay. In saying that, I don't like it when people, and I don't know if I have this feeling because of my upbringing, because, people used to tell me, oh, like, don't be so flashy. Like, just because I can afford to buy like $1,000 bag, I'm not gonna do that. Just to say, like, how some brands like Gucci, for example. Like, I don't think I would, like, even if I was a billionaire, I don't think I would ever buy Gucci.
I just don't think it looks that good.
It isn't, but this is the thing, like, people buy it to, like...
They literally buy it to show that
they got money, and I would never do that.
It looks really old. Like, I know that sounds really horrible, but Gucci looks really like something like an old person would wear. Like, the shoes are alright. I like the shoes, apart from the sandals. They're fucking ugly as shit. But, like, the belts and the carpets, it's just all, like... Blech. So old.
It's just it's a statement of status, basically. Like when they
fake Gucci belt. If you really want to make yourself look rich, just get one for like $5. Fucking hell, when we went to China, like the amount of Gucci stuff they had, it wasn't fake, but damn, like you could pull it off. Yeah. The only way someone would be able to turn around and say that's fake is they have one of those meters that measures if fucking gold's real or not, or like the gem's real. Yeah. It's literally it.
Like,
other than that, you're fine.
Yeah, like the other example is like Yeezys, like.
Don't think about it, honey.
Like $1,000 shoe, like I would never spend $1,000 on a pair of shoes. Like they would have to be like so fucking comfortable, like out of this world comfortable.
Yeah, with they will have diamonds, like made out of fucking diamonds. They
will have to make me feel like I'm walking on the moon.
Okay.
For me to spend $1,000 on a pair of shoes, and I don't think Yeezys do that.
Yeah. It's fucking stupid. I think it's dumb, sorry. It really doesn't impress me. Like, I don't know many people. Like, okay, I'll be honest, if I see like a really nice car, if I see a Tesla or something like that, I'll be like, oh, hello, that's nice. It doesn't make me think like, oh, like that person must be great.
I would get a Tesla.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd get a Tesla. That's more so to do with the technology though, rather than the name. Yeah. I do really think it's, like, most cars like are actually really impressive. Yeah. Like, the expensive cars, like Lamborghinis and like fucking Tesla and... whatever, I'm not really a car person, but the ones that you can tell have got a lot of really smart technology in them, they're pretty impressive, I'll give them that. I'm not going to say it makes someone a better person, No, that's more of a tech thing. That's what a Gucci thing is. Gucci doesn't really do anything. I was going to say, there's nothing like particularly special about Gucci other than the logo. Same with like Yeezys, Supreme. Like it's Supreme, And the funny thing about Supreme apparently is supposed to be like a cheap brand. Excuse me, that was Champion. I think you're on about Champion. Oh yeah. Champion was sold at like Kmart or something, Walmart. And then, like, someone, like, a celebrity was, like, wearing it, and then all of a sudden they become, like, I think they were already, like, their own brand, but after, like, some celebrity was wearing it, they were like, okay, let's bump the prices up, like, 4 times. I think it's a lot to do with your intention. Like, if honestly, a like, Gucci pair of shoes are, like, so comfortable that is, like, warranted to pay $500 for it, then fucking go for it, But, like... I don't think that's the case. I got a really interesting story about superstition and luck and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's a funny one because it's so personal. So, I lived in Cornwall. Lovely Cornwall. And there was this van. We called it the potato van because the potato van had this really silly little cartoon potato on it, and you'd sometimes see it in between Cornwall, like Devon, like Plymouth area, like just Lou, whatever. Like you'd see it around, right?
Yeah.
But like you didn't see it often. But the first time we saw it, this was when I was like, I don't know, 13, and I hung out on Lou. We were laughing at it because it was like the potato van. I don't know why it was funny. It's just a potato van. But the first time we saw it, we found £10 on the floor.
What?
Yeah, we found £10 on the floor.
That's
Yeah, and it's really funny because we saw it like 5-6 other times, and every single time, it's probably coincidence, every single time something good would happen, like something really good would happen, and the most good thing that ever happened, and this is absolutely insane.
The most good thing?
The best thing that happened with this potato van. The best thing that happened with this potato van is that 2015, Mum was in hospital. Okay? We were like, she ain't coming home for Christmas. Driving home from Derriford, we see the potato van. And me and my sister are laughing. It's like, it's the potato van. This is 3 days before Christmas. Next day, Mum couldn't come home for Christmas, and we were just like, what the fuck? The potato van? And yeah, we had a happy Christmas because of it. Like what the fuck? Every time this potato van came around, I found, my friend Katie found a tenner on the first time.
I want to find this potato van.
The second time, I found a 20 note on the day of seeing the potato van. 2 of my friends hooked up on the potato van.
Was that a good thing?
Yeah, it was a really good thing. They were a good couple.
But I think that's
I know, it's just funny. But the best one was the mum.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I want to buy this van. Where is it?
I don't know. We just see it around. We never knew what company it was. It was just this potato van.
Okay, when we move to the UK,
I'll show you the potato van, and hopefully we see the potato van. Because if we see that, we're good. We are good. If we see that, if we see that van,
I'll buy some stocks and we'll be fine.
Obviously, it's nothing, but it's just funny. Yeah. Like it's just the potato van. It was very coincidental. It was just a potato.
So, do you believe in superstition stuff, or like? Are you
I think
a
karma
superstitious
exists.
person? Karma is fucking. That's just science. That's not superstitious. That's for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Like
after my first boyfriend really fucking like hurt me, and it was like some pathetic teenage shit, but like he really embarrassed me in front of some stuff.
Yeah.
Like he super embarrassed me in front of the whole class by threatening to like punch me in the face because he was such a nice guy, and I dumped him. But like a couple of days after, he broke his arm.
For every action, there is an opposite.
I was just like, oh.
There's an opposite and equal reaction. So that's.
He's a good guy now, though. So just putting it out there. He actually turned out to be alright. He learned his lesson. Yeah, he actually turned out to be alright.
That's good. That's if people are learning from their mistakes, they're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Oh, 100. Yeah. Most people I know who were nasty actually turned out to be alright. I don't know. Superstition's weird. I don't know what you class as superstition. Like something like an Ouija board. Like I would not go near. That
to me is superstition.
Yeah, to me that's sort of superstition, but like I would not fuck with it. Like I would be very uncomfortable. So if someone brought an Ouija board into my house, I'd tell them to take it out.
So there is actually things that you believe in.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something off about that. I just don't agree with it. I think it's weird.
I think like the idea of
no, I actually don't want to do it. I've got a real nasty feeling about something like that, and there probably nothing would happen. It's just the concept of an Ouija board just sounds dangerous in the first place. You're opening up a fucking like literally the whole point of an Ouija board is that you're opening up some like I don't know what would you call it, like a portal or something, like some like an entrance to like a spiritual world, but it's totally random. So if there is such a thing as fucking spirits, it's a completely random thing you're gonna get. Who fucking knows what it's gonna be? What if it is fucking Satan? Well, I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not having a fucking demon walking into my house. That's what I don't like about it. The idea of just inviting something completely random into your house. It's like inviting a stranger in. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. You have no idea.
It goes back to your belief in like if you believe in ghosts and things, and I don't, and you do. So that's to me. That's why I think I don't know if I have any superstitious beliefs. Like the only thing I can think of is karma. Like I do believe in karma. Like
I don't know what kind of ladders. I've always been told not to walk under ladders.
That's a very famous superstition. Well, I was trying to think like what else in the Middle East. You know what they do with like if you buy it, like if you've bought a new car to like deter people's jealousy from like destroying the car, they put fucking eggs under the wheels.
Ugh.
So when you first drive away in the morning, it breaks it, and apparently that's like a protection, so people's jealousy doesn't.
That's not superstition. That's just being an idiot.
I mean, to me, like, I'm not saying you're an idiot, but to me, like, the fact that people think like walking under a ladder is going to do things to them. True. I mean, obviously, like if something falls on your head because you're walking under a ladder, that's not superstitious. That's just fact. Like it's you got to walk numbers. Where you're going.
Lucky numbers.
Yes, number 7. That's all superstition. Yeah.
My lucky number is 12.
I don't know if I have a lucky number.
12. I don't know, just 12.
13 is supposed to be an unlucky number, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister was born on the Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay. Ouch.
Yeah.
But she's fine. Like.
Yeah, she's doing bloody well. She's doing really fucking well.
Yeah.
Actually.
See, like, so that stuff doesn't matter.
4-leaf clovers.
I don't know what that is.
Like
yeah, because they're usually 3.
Islands.
3. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like. Because in the Middle East, there's a gold mine for this shit. They have this thing, they put like, I don't even know what to call it, but they put like, and again, this is to deter people's jealousy.
Yeah.
They put like, this like powder stuff. Okay, let me describe this properly, okay? So they have like this, God, I don't know what it's called. You know what? Maybe
you guys got so many. I'm looking at like this is pretty like specific. This is Arab superstitions. I didn't realize that stone was to do with superstition.
Yeah,
we have
the evil eye.
Them,
the evil eye. Yeah. That is like you see it everywhere. Like most houses you go to, they have it hung somewhere.
Yeah,
like
I had one.
People believe in it, like hardcore.
I just had it because I thought it looked pretty. I had a whole necklace with them. Bracelets, sorry, I had a bracelet with them.
People believe in it, like it's crazy.
If anyone doesn't know what the evil eye is, you've probably seen them. They're like a really beautiful like lapis blue like stone with like a white like circle in the center and like it looks like a blue eye in the center. I think a lot of people have seen these. It's just really strange. Like, what does the evil eye supposed to do? Are you feeling ill all of a sudden? Has your new car just been scratched? Did someone lose your job? All of these are believed to be the result of the evil eye. It's a magical curse that roots back to ancient times, with fear inherited from generation to generation for centuries. It's believed that the power of the evil eye can knock down ancient antiques, strip one of his health, or even lead to death in some cases, just by inflicting a look upon an object or person with the intention of harm, suffering, or any form of bad luck. Fucking hell, that's intense.
That's intense, right?
Yeah.
This is the thing that I'm talking about. It looks like this. This is called esfand. Like I don't know what to say it in. Like I don't know if there is like an English equivalent for it. I don't. Let me just have a look at this.
Does your fam believe in it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Not my immediate family. Like my dad and like my mom believes in this shit, but she's cuckoo. But my dad is like no. I think my sister believes in it. And
really?
She's a bit cuckoo too. Cena, I don't think so. He doesn't give a shit. But yeah, but my aunts, like my aunts and like my uncles on my mom's side, they would fucking do this like all the time. Yeah. It's pretty safe that Iranians are very superstitious and firmly believe in the evil eye. The concept of evil eye is about being the victim of a curse on someone else's behalf. Iranians at times tend to be secretive about their achievements or upcoming endeavors simply because they're afraid that someone will bestow them with the evil eye. In fact, sometimes you will see people refrain from sharing particular aspects of their lives out of fear of this thing which is evil eye, basically like putting a curse on them. literally translated being struck by the eye. So, yeah, it's fucking crazy to me. Like, but I don't think there's anything that there's no superstitious belief that I have. I don't think I do.
Do you want to know a weird one in Britain?
What?
A weird British superstition. If you get pooed on by a bird, it's good luck.
Oh, I've heard that before. Yeah, it's the same in the Middle East. Like, it's good luck.
Or seeing magpies.
Magpies?
Magpies in the UK is one. I think that it's like it's like one.
Cassie, you have so many of them
it's one for sorrow, two for joy. So if you see one magpie, you're fucked basically, and if you see two,
you're good.
Yeah.
You've seen so many magpies.
Yeah, like
you're good.
Like I see like I used to see like one every time I used to go to school in like secondary school. If I used to get the bus in, there'd always be one magpie, and that's kind of right because school was shit. So I mean the magpie was right.
Fuck that magpie.
Yeah, fuck them. Oh, and opening an umbrella inside. That's bad luck.
I've never heard of that one before.
And the black cat one. I have a black cat and she's lovely.
Lily's fucking amazing.
She's an absolute gorgeous cat.
Girl. Yeah.
She's a lovely, lovely cat. We've never had any problems with her. Like, she's great.
What about Biscuit? Where's Biscuit?
We actually, like, Mum deliberately went for a black cat. Like, if she wanted a black cat. She wanted one that looks like a witch's cat. That was her idea. She was like, I want like a witch's cat. And Lily was perfect because she's like half Siamese, half tabby. So, like, she's mainly tabby.
She's tiny.
She's mainly Siamese. Yeah, she's really proper Siamese. But she's got long fur and she's black. Yeah. She's stunning. She's an epic cat. She's so small, yeah. She's a really tiny cat. Yeah. She's a great cat. I miss Lily.
Alright, should we do... Or do you have another superstitious thing? Should we move on to a different topic?
I think that's it for superstition. You reckon? I think. I guess.
I find it fascinating how like different like the thing you said about getting pooped on. That's I knew about that. I don't think that's a UK specific. Like that's.
Oh no, it's a British thing. Yeah, that one actually does originate from Britain. The poop.
It does.
Yeah, that one does.
But it's a thing.
The ladder one originates from Roman times.
But they're so like universal. Yeah. Like it's like I only went to the UK for the first time last year. The point I'm trying to make is like I heard about this like in the fucking Middle East. Like people believe in it in the Middle East. This is what I mean. Like shit that like people believe in. I don't know how it makes its way to like other places.
It just does. What spreads? Like the coronavirus.
But people, that's not a fucking superstitious belief. That actually exists.
Coronavirus isn't funny. I just thought.
No, that's funny.
Okay, this is an interesting question. I think this is interesting. Has anything ever happened to you that you just cannot explain?
Has anything ever happened to you that you just cannot explain? Let me think.
The moan under the bed.
I guess, yeah.
I can't think of a reason.
I don't know what happened there, but we've talked about it already.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like things like maybe. I can't think of anything apart from the moan that we experienced. I'm sure there's an explanation for it. I just don't understand like what happened there.
Do you know what I think is interesting? And this is just an observation.
Yeah.
I like the way you think because we're very different in that sense. I'm more like, oh, I wonder what that could be, and like I'll look for like any reason.
Yeah.
You almost go the safe way.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like a reassurance thing, and this isn't an insult. I genuinely think this is actually a really healthy way of looking at things, rather than being like, oh fuck, what was that? Like, you're always looking for logical things, and I think you look for logical things as like a reassurance to feel better about it. Because if you were to not look at it like that, it's freaky.
I mean, I think in a way, like I'm not. I mean, I said this before, like, I wish, like, something happened to me that I was like...
We still need to do a tour. I really want to do that thing that our friend was on about.
Yeah.
I want to do, like, a tour like
I want that, like, I want to experience that. Like, Like, I wouldn't say it's like a reassurance thing. I think it's just...
It's a comfort thing, for sure.
It wouldn't... I mean, I don't...
It puts comfort in me. When you give me like, I like, if I search for just more logical reasons, like, if something really freaks me out, like that moan that we heard, like, I was instantly jumping to, like, logical reasons to why that was going to happen, because that puts more comfort on me. It's like, it's nothing weird. Like, I don't want to think about if it could have been something weird. Yeah. Because that, as much as it was funny, like, it actually really, like, it gave me the fucking creeps. Like, I didn't like it. And for my comfort, I was like, it's got to be, like, I don't know, a weird creak in the bed or something like that.
I think for me, it's more the fact that, like, it's, like, I understand what you mean by, like, the comfort. Like, for me, it isn't comfort. For me, it's like, okay, like, this is just, there's no way it's something creepy. Unless there's actually someone under the bed, which would be, that would be freaky. But not in the sense that, like, it's unexplainable freaky. Like, it would explain. It would say, oh, okay, there's someone under the bed. So it's not, for me, it's not in the sense that, like, I'm trying to, like, not be, like, uncomfortable. It's more that it's just not something unexplainable. No, it's just impossible for it to be unexplainable. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, I think it's beyond the uncomfortable part of it.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever encounter something that, like, our friend was talking about, like, a sudden, like, cold thing, I feel like my immediate reaction would be to just get up and start finding, okay, what is causing this? There's got to be a reason for this. There's got to be a window that's been opened. Or there's got to be a vent somewhere. There has to be a reason for this. It's impossible that the temperature would just go down like that.
Yeah.
And I know you've had your experience with that, and, like, I'm not saying, like, you're crazy, because that's obviously what you've experienced, and I'm not saying your experience is wrong. Like, no, you've experienced that, but there's got to be a reason for it.
Yeah.
It's got to be, like, a door that's been opened. It's got to be maybe, like, something that's been moved, or a window that's been opened, or maybe it's got to be something. So
yeah, that's the safe way of thinking about it. That's the way to make you feel a bit more comfortable about the situation. Because it does. Like, if I try and think of it like that, even though we did pretty much, like, we explored the house for any of those causes, and there was nothing. Like, I'm still confused about it. I hope there was a fucking window open or something that caused the fucking room to drop that fucking fast. And, like, I do try and think of it like that for the comfort of my own head. Like, that rests my mind. Because thinking if it was something, like, not, like, weird is unnerving and actually uncomfortable. It's interesting, but, like, it's also very scary, and it's not something, like, I understand people who are like, oh, I really want to experience it, but that's exactly why I wouldn't do something like an Ouija board. Like, I would not risk it, just on the off chance that, like, even if you feel that fucking cold thing again, I don't like it. It's really uncomfortable. I'd rather not do it.
I just don't believe in it so much that I don't think anything is ever gonna happen. Like, anything like that is ever gonna happen. Like, I just don't. It's not that I'm arrogant, because I mean, I am. No. I am an arrogant person.
Oh.
Like, I am. I'm not. You don't think I'm arrogant?
Not really, no. I think you're pretty open. You're open to listen to people, and you, like, even though, like, you're explaining your reasons for why you don't believe in it, you sometimes you can be dismissive, but like, with these sort of things, you're still not dismissive. You're still very, like, respectful of, like, I know you won't experience this, and this is how you feel about it, but I also feel this way. I wouldn't say that's too arrogant. Arrogant would be like you turning around going, that's fucking bullshit. Like, that's obviously, like, you just be a dick about it.
I think in my belief, I'm pretty arrogant that I just refuse to accept superstitious things being real.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You know, to me, that's arrogance. And I think, like, the reason for it, I don't know why. Like, maybe you're right. Maybe it is like a comfort thing. Maybe deep down, I'm like it would terrify me. I'm just the sort of person, like, if if superstitious things, like, why the fuck would ghosts be walking around fucking with our lives? Why would that, like, why? That would make no sense. Do they not have anything better to do than just walk around the earth and fuck with people?
That's a point, but I think there's a lot of explanations for that, like, you know, jealousy, like human things.
But they're ghosts.
It doesn't matter. I can like it's like
I know children who got over jealousy. I know kids who got over this shit. It's very hard for me to believe that ghosts, and especially ones that, okay, maybe like for a couple of years, but the ones that go on for like years, like houses that apparently been haunted for like hundreds of years, like that to me is just like, come on.
That's arrogance.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you see? That's what I'm talking about. To me, it's
that's proper
arrogance. Come on, like it's this. If ghosts are real, if I'm a ghost, like, why the fuck would I stick around for hundreds of years?
I don't know if it's about like you being a person. I kind of almost see it as like not necessarily like a conscious being that fucking goes around and fucks with you. With a Ouija boards, I'd feel that maybe it be something like that, but that's why I'm just not gonna go near it, just in case that's the case. I don't want to go near it. But things like when you're talking about places that are notoriously haunted, things like a good example, Bodmin Jail in Cornwall, right? It's a really notorious prison for like having like real nasty like torture devices and treating people like shit. Back in the days, it was really violent. Now, I'm not saying that they're there to fuck with people, but the energy in that place that was once there is uncomfortable. It's like, oh, this feels horrible, and I think that's mainly to do with the reason that you know what happened there. But it definitely gives an atmosphere. I think even if you didn't know what happened there, you'd almost feel it. If something horrible, like, I wouldn't go anywhere near something like, I don't know, the Amityville house ever. It's such a fucked up thing that happened in that house. I understand why it goes so cheap. I understand why it's such a cheap house, because I wouldn't want to fucking live in it. After, like, a man murders his entire family in it, it's fucked up. I don't know, just imagine, like, what happened.
But if you didn't know that would be perfectly, like...
I don't know, like, there's a lot of cases of people who had no idea on the history of where they were and still had that feeling, and then, like, years down the line, like, they fucking discovered the history of these places and figured there were actually bad things that happened there, or weird things, or there was a history there. Like, it is interesting to see. Like there are people who will just, like, be in a location where something could have happened and they had no idea about it. And it just, not even like fucking haunting and shit like that. I'm talking about just like energy, just bad energy. I don't know. I think I'm a believer in that. I feel like you can almost tell. You can tell when someone's not a good person. Like, they give off an energy, you know.
Yeah, but that's.
I get that. I get what you say.
I understand your point about someone who's like a bad person gives off a bad vibe, but that's body language. That's science. Like, that's body language. That's choice of words. That's choice of actions.
Like, some people can, like, for example, I'm not going to name names, but there was a girl in school who everyone thought was literally, like, the nicest fucking person. Like, she was so nice. She came across as so nice, yeah. If you ever got close to her, she'd manipulate you, and she'd do it in a way that you couldn't call her out on it. And, like, for some of us, we almost just picked it up instantly. She just gave off a fucking aura. I don't like that. She makes me really uncomfortable.
But that's not superstitious.
That's not superstitious, but I think it can almost apply with, like, bad energy, like, in the past.
It's
like,
just people know, like, it's you knowing how to read people.
Like, imagine being around someone who's capable of... Oh, we could only record for 60 minutes. Imagine...
We've got 4 minutes, okay.
Yeah. Imagine being capable, like, having the mindset and the energy to, like, kill your own family. Like, that fucking... Like, that's a horrible fucking vibe. Like, that's just not nice. And then being in the presence of somewhere where that's happened, and maybe they had died there or something. I don't know. I don't know if, I'm a... like, solid believer, but I'm definitely, like, aware, and I'm open to it.
You're a bit agnostic about it.
Yeah, that's the word. Because I feel it. I know what that feeling's like. You go into, like, somewhere with history, or, like, even if you don't know it, like, there's just, like, there's something weird there. Like, and you can't really put your finger on it. but it's there. And it's interesting, and I think you should go somewhere with a lot of history just to experience it.
I think it'd be good to like just have that exposure. Maybe I'll get abducted by a ghost.
Definitely not.
No, that's not gonna happen. We've only got about just under 3 minutes left because we're using Anchor to record this episode. But we've got a couple of minutes, so I just want to say that, like, if you need art, go and check out Wren's stuff. It's all just follow the socials. Like, it's very easy. She also streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The Honey Podcast on Sundays with Ruby, and obviously Biscuit's Lair on Saturdays. We need to figure out this microphone situation. Yeah. So we'll see if we're gonna do it live again next weekend. Maybe we'll just do something like this again until we figure out and we're confident about the microphone situation, because it's been an ongoing issue every weekend, and to be honest, I'm sick of having to deal with it.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
No, I'm wrapped up.
Yeah, same.
We're literally, again, I love the fact that we can just chat about this for ages. That was like 2 questions out of like 70.
Yeah, easy.
It's excellent.
Anyways, yeah. Alright, that's it. If you like this stuff, just, I don't know, like and subscribe, I guess.
Give us a follow on our socials. Just listen. Give us feedback if you want. Give us your, like, what you think of the topics we talked about today. We'd love to hear it, especially if people have had, like, their things. Yeah. We love hearing about it.
Just send us a message on anything. All socials are everywhere, so. Alright, we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.